This is DJ Xanati. You're tuned in to College Beach. You can follow me on Instagram on at DJ Xanati. Thank you.
There we go. Nice, nice. So it was a little bit of a drive out here. How was it?
Oh, I felt like I was driving to my grandma's house, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't too bad, but nice. It was pretty. Thanks.
Yeah, for sure. And so, what was the experience for you? With the jams and like how that experience was for you.
It was really fun. I loved it. It kind of reminded me how the DJ battles where you and I met.
Sure.
Just a little bit. I was more solo doing it there in the studio. First time in the Timeless studio. Kind of recording for that. So.
Big shout out to Timeless.
It was cool. I was kind of in a room with a whole bunch of guys just watching me, but I was like, man, I gotta bring it. So yeah. It was dope.
Definitely, and I know at least where I know you from is from Hope and Wavy. So yeah. Where does your guys' relationship go? Like, where did you meet them?
Just really through DJing and just kind of following each other on social media and just seeing that, we're just grinding DJs here in Cincinnati,
for sure.
working. And I had just met Wavy Mo out through friends, and then we started DJing together, just like at the Self Diploma studio, and just kind of having some practice sessions.
And when was that?
And I think it was just started last summer. Mm-hmm. So
how long have you been DJing?
Oh, man. Really, I have been DJing for about 8 years now, but really in the city, gigging back and forth, I would say for the last 3. But yeah, it's something that I grew up always wanting to do.
Yeah, and you're very professional with it because I see you having a lot of big opportunities, and here at College Beats, we're all about, those big moves. So
yeah,
we definitely believe in you, and I know that, Hope believes in you, Wavy believes in you, so that's how we got to, find out about you. And
yeah, thank you.
if you want to talk a little bit about, what you've done this year, because not a lot of DJs can say what you've done this past year. So
yeah,
I saw you at the Bangles Arena for New Year's Eve. Am I right?
Yes.
So how did that all come about?
That comes from a group of guys that have been doing parties around the city for a while. And I had done the New Year's Eve party with them at the CAC, the Contemporary Arts Center downtown, 2 years in a row. And then I took off, did a New Year's Eve with my friends last year before.
See, that's what I'm saying. You're a professional.
And then
you know what I'm saying? If you want a professional,
but I gotta
book
have fun.
DJ Xanati.
Yeah. Thank you. But the New Year's Eve thing kind of started just through my relationship with them, doing New Year's Eve parties with them years before, and it was awesome. It was just being able to be at the stadium in my hometown city, where the NFL played.
Congratulations!
So hoping to be back there next year for sure.
And then I know you were also at Bogart's like a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
See, like if anybody isn't, you better follow her because it gets very, very lit. Very lit.
I know. I like to show everybody what I'm doing and just my growth and, just really putting on for my city and, just sharing music and playing music that maybe people haven't heard in a while, or also just that a lady can do it.
Sure. And what are some of your inspirations?
I have a lot of inspirations. I will start locally. I will say shout out to DJ April Rain. She really helped me when I was kind of first starting out at Elements before I even bought my first set. And then also, she's really like the first local DJ that I even worked with, which was so cool because, you would think that it might be a guy, but really it was, it was just another female DJ that has had such a great reputation here in the city for her DJing and everything. And then I would say there's just a lot of, just more like popular DJs that are out there. I mean, like I love Scratch Bastard. I love DJ Jazzy Jeff. And I follow just like so many different DJs, especially like the Red Bull Freestyle DJs. I watch them because I look up to them. And
tell me about that.
I want to be there someday.
That was one of the first things that you said when I came in here because, I have a lot more experience talking to artists. So I've never even heard. So there's like Red Bull DJs that are in the city?
Oh,
or just
no,
like DJs in general?
It's like global. So like the last one was in
School me a little bit.
The last one was in Taiwan. And it was like the global, like DJs from all around the world, like the best of the best. I believe it was DJ Espinosa.
Okay.
I'm
And what
sorry
and what
if I
are they
messed that up,
playing?
but I
Are they
think-
playing like a lot of like techno stuff?
Oh no, it's
Or,
like
is it
it's
actually
just
hip hop
straight
or
up,
what?
like DJing, like them mashing up and turning songs like
Give me an
you gotta
example.
really watch it.
Yeah,
Like it's
okay.
really its own thing. I can't even compare
Okay.
it to anything else. Like but it's really like if you make it in that, like you're paid. Like you get instant sponsors. Not you like you kind of already do. Like even just being able to participate in it, because there's like DJ legends that look, you know, whoever wins that, they're like,
co-sign.
whoa, they're crazy good. So
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of dips a little bit into, you know, your vision. You know,
Yeah.
so is that what you would say would be, you know, obviously we can talk about, you know, more short-term goals, but as far as like a long-term, like almost seemingly unattainable, you know, and obviously you can have confidence and say, hey, everything's attainable, but what would you say would be that, you know, bar for you?
As far as DJing goes,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I mean, you know, like I had mentioned before when we got started was, you know, touring with the artists in general. And also I just bought an MK3 native beat pad to start making my own beats. So
Yeah,
I'm
there you
really
go.
invested in starting to make music and not just being a DJ, but also becoming more of a producer too.
Dope. So who would you say, and this is kind of getting into the team category, that who would you want to go on tour with locally, and who would you want to go on tour like from a more seemingly unattainable status?
Okay, maybe so, like someone more like local.
Yeah,
or,
so
you know,
because I mean I could drop a couple names I know you're
Yeah.
associated with, but I'm gonna let you.
for sure. I mean, I would love to go on tour with Lauren Elise
Yes,
or
that was
Chris
the first.
Crooks
That's the
or
first.
A for P. Shout out y'all.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Really? So it's like you're a part of the Heme team.
I know that they have
See,
their
like,
own team, of
I
course,
feel like we're a
but-
lot closer than we think we are.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you've come out here because
Yeah.
that's the whole play.
Yeah.
That's the
I
whole
know.
play.
Well, I really
And I
believe
really
in
like
them.
Lauren Elise as well because
Yeah.
I think I was there during the Erykah Badu show when she
Oh my
opened
gosh.
up.
Yes.
Did you DJ that?
I didn't DJ. Oh, I would
Okay.
have loved to DJ, but
I think she had a full band or
um,
something.
yeah, she
Yeah.
was there, and
With
Yeah, it
Mango.
was amazing.
Yeah, big shout out Mango,
Mhm.
the drummer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was working with the sound company,
Oh, cool.
just basically trying to get some more plugs. So,
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it was.
So Lauren Elise, Chris Crooks, A4P, and then yeah.
Even though
and then,
I know Wavy Mo's kind of got his hold there, but I would say
What about a bigger artist?
And
Who
then-
would you say would be like a more industry level artist that you would just
like a more
yeah.
I mean, definitely like Jay-Z, Beyonce. I mean, I also really do love Erykah Badu. I would say J. Cole, there's just, or Kendrick. Like, I mean, those are, huge.
Yeah.
Those are out there. Like, they have like DJs and stuff like that. But there's definitely a lot of like up and coming artists that I follow that would be fun to be a part of. I mean, I really love people like Tierra Whack or can't really think of some other ones right now off the tip of my tongue that I've really been digging, but just up and coming artists, to be a part of too. So, but I do believe, kind of growing with your home team, and also I think that would be the most ideal situation because it's somebody that you've had a relationship with for a while. So I'm kind of cold.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. See, like that's what you sacrifice when you want to get good audio.
Yeah.
And that's why, like I just showed you earlier today that at the compound we're doing a significant amount of remodeling.
Yeah.
So within the next, few months we'll have, insulation,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
all that stuff up. So it is pretty cold, but
No, yeah,
that's
good.
what you sacrifice for quality audio,
Exactly.
Yeah. So have you had any interview experiences or offers, or like, is this your first experience?
This is, like my first experience doing, I mean, I've kind of like done in person, a little here and there, but as far as like radio, this is my first one. And then I actually am supposed to be interviewing with NPR on Thursday.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for that. It's kind of like, just a friend of a friend that I happen to know that like does I believe it's a podcast or something like that on NPR, but they have their own show that they do, I guess, on Fridays. So I'm going to interview for them on Thursday. So
yeah, when I had my mobile auto detailing business and I was always at people's homes.
Oh yeah.
To be, I don't want to have like some rock, I don't want to have any music that's going to annoy them. So I'd always put on NPR. It was always a good choice, like very, very like,
talk radio.
Very, just nice to listen to.
Yeah.
And a lot of my customers listen to it too, and so it's kind of like, all right, this is how I'm gonna get close with them. Like, we both like NPR, and they had a show about like automotive stuff, and I learned about 3D printing off of NPR years ago.
They have so many different interesting.
Yeah. I love NPR. It's been a while since I've listened to them often, but I'm not detailing cars anymore. I'm doing this.
Yeah,
Here
there
we
you
go.
We got to start somewhere.
Absolutely. But, at the same time, like, it really taught me that the whole business model wasn't so much as in detailing cars as it was to develop relationships. So that kind of has brought me to this point where, I feel like relationships are really key, because at the end of the day, like, if there's no love and there's like no genuine, like, caring for somebody else, like, why are you going to want them to be successful?
Yeah.
That I want a name with DJ Xanati in my mailbox for the rest of my life with a check, right? And that, like, I don't want to make money until you're making money, because at the end of the day, if you're not successful, then guess what? Those checks are going to dry up really quickly, so that's what I've always tried to promote, because at the end of the day, if we're just treating everybody like licks, where is that going to get us?
Yeah.
And what type of, because you were talking about team-wise, where it's like, you're just kind of working as a contractor yourself. So how is that? Because I know with College Beats, like, we have DJ Hope, we have Stone, we have a handful of other DJs. Like, how's life independent?
Well, it's great. I just answer to myself and I say yes and no to things that I also believe in and I want to be a part of. I'm definitely more selective. This year, I really plan on getting my own LLC for my DJing, and that way I can kind of just have my own business for it and do those write-offs. And
as a DJ, what would you be writing off?
Equipment, traveling, just taxes. Just to have so they don't come and get me.
And that's what I've got a lawyer for.
Yeah. Those are a little bit more expensive.
Well, I mean, when you've got the family plug, it's nice.
There you go.
So that's a part of it. So if that's something you need help with, let us know.
Okay.
Like, we may be able to help you out with that.
Okay.
Because we've got an RLLC and stuff.
That's nice.
And so we're always, open to help people. At least point them in the right direction.
Yeah. Thankfully, I keep myself surrounded by a good people that have also started the LLCs just like yourself. So, even just like my parents and everything, they have their own company. So
cool.
As well. But I'm excited to do that. But it's nice. I, send people contracts. I send people invoices.
Great.
And, I really am very clear with people, like, what I expect. And, I also try and learn to the fullest what they expect out of me as well, especially when I'm booking with anybody. So, it's really nice because I've gotten to just learn, really, how to handle different situations with people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. In that same vein, what about copywriting and trademarking the name DJ Xanati or Xanati itself?
Yeah, that's definitely in the works.
Okay.
I've been even ever since I got my logo from Paul Perkins. Shout out Paul Perkins.
There you go.
He was the one that helped create my logo for me, and I definitely need to work with him soon. We gotta work on trademarking my logo because, I did a lot of research though before I picked my DJ name and how I wanted it to look and everything.
What's the story on your name?
Zan, my nickname, and then I always wanted to represent Cincinnati, so I put Natty on the end of it. And so a lot of people think it's Xanati, but it's Xanati. So just because of my first name being Zan, and I always just wanted a DJ name that no matter where I go, I just, I'm not gonna forget where I came from, type of deal. So.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know obviously that's where, a lot of us is starting from. What other places have you been and traveled to?
I've been able to travel to Denver to DJ through my work. I was able to DJ for the NFL player Von Miller and his Von's Vision Foundation, and it was a fundraising for him. And then I've also been to Columbus for Breakaway Festival, doing that again this year. And then I'll also be in Athens this year as well, DJing for the Numberfest. And then I've also been able to travel with Danielle Morris, shout out Danielle, and her, Lauren Elise, and Siri, and we were able to do this festival in Arkansas, and it was called the Unexpected Art Festival, and it just kind of had like music all over the city, and it was I loved it. It was a very unique city, and they were very artsy, and so those are just a few of the places I've been so far. So,
is there anywhere that you would like to go?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would love to go DJ in LA, down in Miami, like Wynwood, Brickell, especially if it's like Art Ball. So that would be dope. Art Basel, some people call it. But yeah.
Yeah, because I know Hope and Trevor, they've been talking a lot about spring break and different things like that. And so they're trying to go out there. And, we've got the Universal Music plug, and she's associated with different colleges.
Oh, okay,
so she's like a college representative.
Oh, fun.
And so we're trying to talk to her a little bit and bring in a few things to the table. And what it's really hard to understand where it's like it's one thing to be like contacting these businesses, but it's another thing to have enough clout yourself to where they're going to be contacting you. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, that's where a lot of the offers are going to be coming from. You're not just going to go through someone's DM and say, "Hey, book me." When in reality, if they're professional, they've already booked a DJ, weeks in advance.
Yeah, you got to send them like a digital media kit. You kind of have to come up with like a packet to send to them, and then you send it to their like events manager, their booking representative, or whatever have you. So you can't just do this through Instagram and social media. Like if you really want to get big, like you really do have to like send media kits and like send your credentials to people, like videos of you, and send them mixes, and just kind of show them the other credible places
that's definitely a part of this too. To give you that media, to build that electronic press kit, because
like
at the end of the day, and I think we even let you go the longest on the jam. I think you were going for like near 15-20 minutes.
Oh, word, okay.
Right? So it's like we just kind of like kept on letting her go. So I'm pretty sure you're the longest jam.
Yeah.
Like, some of them around like 5 minutes, and then Zandy's going off for like 14 minutes. And we're like, all right, this is dope.
Oh, well,
like we're just gonna keep on letting her go. And like from my perspective as an editor, as long as it's dope, I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a big learning curve for me too, because there's downtime too. Like you're not just scratching and mixing the whole time. You've got to select the music. You've got to arrange it.
Right.
And I know we're also working on a live event.
Okay.
Coming soon as well.
Okay.
I don't know how much we've spoken to you about that.
Okay.
So there'll be a prize, whatever Trevor decides. But I don't know, like, and we can talk about it a little bit, your ideas.
Yeah.
We were thinking, like, again, like 5-minute-ish sets. Like, I don't know whether or not it would be more, like, competitive or, like, what are your thoughts? Because, like you said, we did meet during the jams. And there was a lot of, judging involved. What were some of those criteria? Do you remember?
Yeah. I guess as far as, like, recording for it, kind of doing like
the
live
live,
session.
like the live session and stuff.
It was just kind of like I think it was just show your style, kind of show your variety of music. And I thought that was really fun. I would say, yeah, it would be cool to have like the 5-minute, sessions back to back. But sometimes I like to do those things as like an event too, or like put on like a whole event. It would be an event.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that we're going to have a live event.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to drop the location yet because we haven't solidified it, but it is going to be a live event.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, so, but I'm just trying
like
to
DJ
think.
DJ battle kind of, almost, but more of like a light, fun.
A jam.
That'd be tight.
And I think they're gonna call it a battle, but it's like that's be more original, but it's okay. It's not like I said.
Jam though.
Yeah, because it warm-hearted, but at the end of the day, like everybody's trying to throw heat, so and like I said, I'm just gonna be the guy videoing it, so I'm gonna let everybody else make the executive decisions, and I'll just be making it look good.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, I'm ready, so bring it.
Exactly, really. So like, do you really think that all 10 DJs are gonna show up all at the same night? Like
not on time.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, how is this gonna go?
I mean, I think it's really like we got to get into a discussion about it, and like, it's got to be a night where like most DJs aren't getting paid, so probably like on a Monday or a Tuesday.
Really? Yeah.
Shout out to y'all making money on Monday and Tuesday DJing. But yeah, I would say like that kind of night of the week. But we used to kind of do something like that down at Tin Roof with Richie sometimes on Tuesdays, DJ Combat. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, because I haven't gone to speak to him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's cool. And he has Amigos too. So I feel like Amigos would be really cool for that.
Yeah.
So that's what he owns.
Yeah, so that's, definitely something to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just trying to think, like, as far as the voting, too, because I know Trevor kind of structured it to where everybody has to make comments at the bottom of the YouTube channel, and nobody's making comments. The only people that are making comments are, like, Hope and his girlfriend, or, like, Wavy Mo and, Wavy Mo.
Yeah.
So it's like...
You could do, like, reposts.
Yeah, reposts, and then partly also... like, do you think we should determine it based on who got the most views or comments or, across all the platforms? Like, that, because, like I said, this is as much as a first experience for you as it is for us. So all this feedback is important because I always feel like if I ever work on a project with people and then they never ask me my opinion, like, how are we supposed to learn anything?
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you had any other... ideas maybe other than keeping you to 5 minutes and not letting you go for 30 but
yeah, I mean, I would just say it's kind of hard to track some of those things sometimes, but I would say, like, instead of making it more, you could go the social media route, but yeah, like sometimes people just don't follow that, unfortunately, that much. So I would say it would need to be more of like a live thing and in person.
Yeah.
And something along those lines, because that's kind of more live, and I feel like that's more like gives you more gratitude almost, because it's just like
and
right
also
there.
Like you said about like days that people aren't making money, we would be paying several $100s for the people that win. So I mean, obviously some people would be kind of salty, but as far as like to get people out, like it would be a several $100 winnings. But I don't know, I mean, not that we want to ask what you get on a
tell us the stakes and then we'll tell you.
exactly if it's enough.
Yeah,
for sure. But, and I mean, like, this is probably the most that I've talked about the jams, because really, it's been a decent process, and I think we're experimenting with a few things, and other DJs, like, what other DJs could you recommend to us to have on the second round of the jams?
So, ones that haven't done it yet? I would say... maybe DJ Primetime.
Okay, I've already got him on the list. I just hung out with him at a Prince Cincinnati show.
Because of that. Okay.
I don't know.
DJ Gracie, maybe. DJ Gracie. Also, I don't know. Who else is not on there?
JDough said he can't DJ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was acting real bougie with us.
Conflicting with the Wiz?
I don't know.
Yeah.
See, iGrind couldn't do it either. iGrind sent us Ghost and Ace Deuce.
Oh, okay. Or like DJ Hillard, I believe that's your DJ
Barnyard?
name, DJ Hillard. No, he DJs at Monks and OTR Live quite a bit. Or DJ Dream. He DJs at OTR Live, I know. You could have April Rain on, but you know, she's kind of old school too. So
Okay. No, but that's good to have more girls.
I mean, I love that. But.
And I know DJ Chaotic is the last one in our jams.
Yeah, and I saw that she was on there too. So
yeah, it gets a little bit crazy. Hers gets a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, near the end, they start getting wild.
Like how so?
You'll have to wait and see. Yeah.
I bet it'll be fun.
But it was a good finale.
Yeah.
She's always fun.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've liked watching her DJ. She's dope.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, this is pretty good. I mean, we're coming around, you know, the 30-minute mark.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. I mean, do you have any questions for me?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just excited to, you know, see what else we can do with the DJ jams and, you know, more events in the future and just kind of, like you said, you know, building a relationship and just working on changing stuff for the culture, you know, for music and everything. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
So where can people find you?
They can follow me at DJ Xanati. I'm not on Facebook too much, but follow me on Instagram, and that's usually everything that I'll share with you guys through my social media. So I'm not a Twitter person, but yeah, I would say follow me on there. I'm always, you know, sharing with people in advance where my events are going to be, and, you know, just kind of follow my journey. So
thanks. You go.
Shout out College Beat for having me. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're welcome.
For sure.
OVO Audio.